hangs, it's time for have hangs. Have hangs, it's time for have hangs. Whatever you do, do this instead. Come along and hang with Have.
We're hanging, yeah, we're hanging, yeah, we're hanging. What is up? I'm 30. It's my first time being 30. It's my first 30th. I did it. Where'd my water go? There it is. I did it. I'm 30 and 3 days old. Bro, I'm gonna fucking crash out if my mic does that thing again. I'm so sorry. I don't know what is the issue. But I'm just a gal recording this in her home. You know, no engineer or anything like that. So, no producer. So, anything like that. I do have a distributor, but no producer or anything like that. So, I'm just doing it myself. Okay. So, it's not going to be perfect. Okay. Electrolytes. I worked out this morning for the first time in like 2 weeks. So, that was cool. Hello? What is the issue and why does it happen? What is the issue and why does it happen? Yeah, I haven't worked out for like 2 weeks because I was going pretty hard. I was working out like 3 to 5 days a week, whether it was roller skating or the gym or going on a walk with my friend. And then I just kind of stopped. And part of the reason was I stopped for a couple days because I accidentally gave myself whiplash while roller skating. That was really cool and fun. I fell sideways. And then I couldn't like turn my neck like this or bend my neck for like a week. So that kind of slowed me down. And then I had my birthday and stuff like that. So it delayed me further, but I got back to it today. My membership only lasts through the end of the month. I'm recording this on June 12th. So I only have about 2.5 weeks left before I don't have this membership anymore. Oh shit. That reminds me. I tried to post a picture, but it didn't post. And then I deleted Instagram. Oh God. Now I got to get Instagram back because I've just been on it so much. Part of the reason that I've been on it so much, well, this is on YouTube, but I was in a Cody Co video, which is a whole other conversation. But I was in a Cody Co video and it has like, I don't know, 200,000 views right now and like 900 comments. And I would say that maybe 350 of those comments are people hating me. Which is so funny because I was surprised. I was shocked. I didn't realize that I was polarizing. I didn't realize, I mean, I knew I was opinionated, but I didn't realize that it would hurt so many people or piss so many people off, I guess. Because I'm opinionated, but I feel like I am open to other people's opinions and hearing them more so now recently. My boyfriend has helped me with that. Thank you, baby, for your help there. But yeah, someone told me that I should wear a muzzle next time I'm on the video. So I'll explain the context of the video. It's called, we were doing something called Valid or Not Valid. So Cody was the judge and we were the jury. And I went by Heber. So every comment says, I fucking hate Heber. There are some people who like me and some people who love me, but a lot, I feel like overwhelmingly, also that's probably what my mind is focusing on. But there are more comments telling me to either wear a muzzle or saying that my takes are just dog shit. That obviously I'm a fan of Hassan Piker. I didn't realize that his fans were so conservative, but I should have known that. I didn't really think about it before, but I should have known that. It's mostly straight cis white men for sure in his comment section. But yeah, so he was playing like a revenge story or we talk about someone just being petty and then we would decide if it was valid or not valid. Most of them we just didn't have enough context. But like one opinion I gave was I said something about like fuck landlords, but then I ended up siding with the landlord on the thing. But I was like, if it's a landlord doing the thing, it's not valid. But if it's in the tenant's rights or going the tenant's way, then it's valid. And then they actually said the story, and I was like, oh, I actually do side with the landlord. But because I said that, people were like, this stupid bitch has no idea how economics work, and it's just like too woke, you know, saying you hate all landlords is like woke propaganda. Sorry, I enjoy ripping up my hair. That's my current stim. Yeah. But so that was one take, just saying like generally a fuck you to landlords, because yeah, fuck you most of the time. And also, like, even if you're a good landlord, I'm still pissed that my family didn't have the opportunity to buy property. You know, somewhere along the line, my bloodline bought property, but you know, not to this scale. I was just on Catalina Island for my birthday, and this lady was talking about, she was really nice. This old white lady was talking, Rocky is limping so much right now. What's up, buddy? This old white lady was talking about how 4 generations of her family have lived between San Diego and Catalina Island, which means they have at least 2 houses. And I was just like, oh, 4 generations. That's nice. 4 generations ago, my parents were slaves. We weren't buying houses on Catalina Island. We probably couldn't even go to Catalina Island. But anyway, another take I had was on an airplane. I think if you have the window seat, you have every right to do with that window what you want. You chose that seat probably. I paid for this seat. I probably paid extra to be able to choose my seat. And if I want to look at the scenery, even if the cabin is dark and everyone is sleeping, I can look at the scenery. I try to be considerate, like in general, like if I'm not looking outside, I'll close it. Even though I like to have it open, I'll close it if I'm not actively looking at something, or I'll just open it like halfway to take a peek out or whatever. But I think that it's within my right to do that completely. And if you want to sleep on a plane, you should bring an eye mask. I just don't really feel like you're on a plane with like hundreds of other people. I guess you could say the same for me though. You're on a plane with hundreds of other people, be considerate, but you're on a plane with hundreds of other people who are all making their own decisions. Prepare so that you can have a good time on the plane. Bring your AirPods, bring your eye mask. What if we can't afford AirPods? I'm just so like in attack mode right now, because I feel like I've been coming under attack a little bit more the last couple of weeks because I've been posting more. And again, it's not like hurting my feelings. And I know I'm talking about it, and so saying it doesn't bother me sounds like a lie, but it really doesn't bother me. I'm just like, oh, you're just like not my people. Or like you didn't, like, I'm sure if we had an actual conversation about this, we'd be able to understand each other, even if we don't agree. But it is really crazy being called a clown repeatedly on the internet by strangers. Because I posted another thing that I posted a song that was like, why do clowns have afros, big lips, and a big nose? Because it feels racist to me. Because think about it. You're designing the silliest motherfucker you possibly can, and you're like, what kind of hair should we give it? An afro. That's just, I mean, but then all these people in the comments are like, oh, but the face is painted white. I've never looked at a clown and thought it looks like a black person. That says something about, which I knew they were going to fucking say. That says something about you if you look at clowns and think they look like black people. I'm like, oh, my brother in Christ, that's so not at all the point or what I was saying or anything. Wait, did I already address my new angle? Here, let's get the boob pillow in view. You guys need the boob pillow. There you go. But anyway, again, whatever. Annoying comments, stupid comments, engagement. I don't fucking care. That video has like 2.5 million views. So keep fighting in the comments. What the fuck ever. But I've just been getting more hate than usual. So it's just like interesting. Once you start to branch out from your people, you start to be introduced onto other people's algorithms, and you just get more shit because you get introduced to people who don't just agree with everything you say. and you're not in some echo chamber anymore. So, yeah, that's just been funny, I guess. I'm like, oh, hello, world and all who inhabit it. It's the most important meal of the day. Serving it up Gary's way. Blah! It's one of my ex-best friend's birthday today. I talk about my ex-best friends a lot on here, but I have 3 that I can think of. And this is the third one who I've not spoken about on here, but he and I were best fucking friends, especially after high school. But like senior year of high school, we started getting really close. I had a fat crush on him. Everybody knew it. He knew it. And wow, it's so interesting just having a crush in school. And if you're in the same class, you're like, ooh, we're in our class together, or you like eat lunch in the same place and it's like, oh, there's the person, and you like want to look cute and stuff. It's just so interesting and fun. It's fun, but also horrifying at the same time. Because you're like, why don't they love me? Why do they love this other person? But so we became really, really good friends after high school and would talk all the fucking time. He was my first kiss actually when I was a week away from turning 18. I had my first kiss the night before my high school graduation. Hang on, let me rip my hair really quick. Yeah, my first kiss ever was the night before graduation. How far we've come. And then we didn't date. We kind of went back and forth being friends, and then being friends or like seeing if we were going to date, whatever. But then we just landed on friends. And then my other best friend at the time, my best friend from high school, one of my best friends from high school, texted me one morning and she was like, hooked up with blah, 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 LOL. And I was like, hello? Like, I'm not saying dibs is a thing, but your BFF has had a thing for this guy for years and you just texted me. But she was like, oh, I thought, well, you guys weren't dating or whatever. So I'm like, bro, what? Like, where's the conversation? Where's the consideration? We weren't dating, but that was someone I really liked for a really long time and they were my best friend. It was just like kind of shady. Like, he wasn't my ex, so it's not like that serious, but it was shady enough and they both knew it. And then so I stopped talking to both of them. Well, actually, I stopped talking to her. This is where I fucked up. I stopped talking to her and I was pissed, but then she invited me out for coffee and we like got a coffee and she apologized, but I just kind of wasn't ready to hear it. I heard her apology and I was like, cool, thanks. But just kind of like a fuck you. I'm not going to fuck with you again. And then I was waiting for him to text me and apologize or acknowledge it or something. And I waited for 4 months. That motherfucker did not text me. And we were best fucking friends. He did not text me for 4 months. And then finally, I think I was drunk one day. I texted him. I was like, yo, what's up? Like, what's going on? We should talk. And that should have been my first sign. We were best friends. He screwed up, did something that he knew would hurt me, whatever. But then just decided how to handle it was to ghost me. Not to address it, not to talk to me, not to even text me, nothing. Just ghost me for however the fuck long. It was 4 months, so who knows how much longer he would have gone. And we made up, but for some reason I kicked my girlfriend to the curb who made an effort to apologize to me and then pursued the guy who ghosted me, who disrespected me and then ghosted me. So that was a big fuck up on my part. And then I saw her years later and I tried to be cool. And I was like, yo, what's up? I haven't seen you in forever. And she was like, yeah, you gonna fuck me over again or something like that. And I was like, whoa. All right. We are not past this. There is no conversation happening here. She wasn't a really great friend, honestly, but she was a really great friend in that we meshed extremely well. Like, we liked the same music and the same movies and we just had the same kind of lifestyle. Well, not lifestyle. I don't know. We were like 17, so it's hard to say. We did different things and had different friend groups, but she was the friend that I could just hang out with for hours and like not talk or just have something to yap about constantly or whatever. But she wasn't a good friend. Like, she wouldn't show up for you at 2 a.m. Or if she was supposed to pick you up from the airport at 9, she'd probably accidentally get drunk and then text you at 9:15 and be like, sorry, I'm drunk. You know, so one of those friends. So I wasn't too sad to lose her in that way. But since then, I have been sad that I lost her in the other ways, like just having that good of a friend to hang out with. But anyway, so... Oh, I need to take my meds. So... Oh yeah, so he and I made up, and then we ended up hooking up a couple times, and it was not good. Oh, I have talked about him because I have an Eskimo sister. He also hooked up with one of my current best friends, and they had a great time. Some of the best sex of her life, apparently. He and I did not click in that way, but I was so stoked because he was my high school crush. I didn't even care. I was just like, wow, whatever. Sex is supposed to feel like this. Mid. I also wasn't sure what good sex was yet, so I just kind of accepted whatever. But then, like, we've traveled together. We went to Europe together, me, him, and his friend. Lost opportunity for a threesome. I'll always regret that. Always. But anyway, I don't know if he would have done it anyway. Let me do this. Anyway, then just over the last couple years, I moved to LA. He came to visit me in LA a couple times, and it was awesome. And we were just good fucking homies, man. Just good homies. Or so I thought. Because then he would just not respond to me for like months at a time. He would disappear, and he would say that he was having trouble communicating with everybody, like, at that point in his life. You know, maybe I'm reflecting. Maybe, like, I don't know. It would just be so long that we wouldn't talk. It'd be like 4 months, and then I'd be like, hello. Like, it was always me reaching out. It was one-sided. Like, I get people be going through stuff, and I was also going through stuff. I was going through a fucking divorce, you know? And I was like trying to lean on my people and lean on my friends. And anyway, so we kind of fought about that because I lashed out at him one day. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? You honestly just dropped me. You never talk to me anymore. Like, you don't respond to my texts. I don't know why I'm not worthy of your respect, but like, fuck you. And he was like, whoa. I really don't think I'm ghosting you. I just like have stuff going on. And I was like, okay. And then we had a conversation. We got on the phone, and it felt resolved. And then we just never spoke again. And that was over 2 years ago. We got on the phone and we were talking about it. And I was like, you can talk to me. Like, you can talk to me. I understand you're going through stuff. I can be the friend that you can talk to. And then we just ended that conversation and didn't talk for like 2 years. Actually, it's been over 2 years. And the reason I'm thinking about him today is because it's his birthday. And I know it's his birthday because it's 3 days after mine. But then also my phone reminded me. My phone never reminds me of birthdays. But today I opened up my phone and it was like, it's blah, blah, blah's birthday. And I was like, should I send him a gif of shirtless men that's like all sparkly and says happy birthday? But then I opened up our text to maybe do that just to kind of fuck with him because we haven't spoken in so long. And I didn't realize it had been over 2 years. I didn't realize it had been over 2 years. That's like, and he didn't wish me a happy birthday 2 years ago, but I wished him a happy birthday 2 years ago. And that's the last time we talked. Oh, and then I hooked up with his best friend a couple years ago. Messy. Who's that soccer player? Messy. I'd be lying if I said hooking up with his friend wasn't partially to get under his skin. Not completely, but that definitely like helped the decision. Anyway, so that's that, and it's his birthday, and I hope he's doing great. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he's back with his ex. So enjoy that, friends. Rocky is limping, bro. I can't afford a CT scan. Okay, so let me tell you about my birthday. So I turned 30 3 days ago. I can't believe I'm 30. I feel fine. Oh, you can see Rocky. Good. I feel everything that I feel negatively about has nothing to do with my age. Like feeling like I want to be further along in my career, or like I want certain things, whatever. I don't feel like, oh, and I'm 30, so I should have that. I feel the same, like regardless of my age, I just want to be further along. I'm trying to, enjoy the journey, accept where I am, trust my intuition. That's my biggest thing, is trusting my intuition. But, and then also I'm 30. So it doesn't really feel like the two go together. I'm not like, oh, I'm 30 and I don't have a house, or I'm 30 and I blah, blah, and I don't make this much money. It's just like, no, I simply just don't make enough money, whatever my age is. I don't feel like I should have it together by 30. I still feel really young. It's just crazy to think about that I'm now in the decade before my 40s. That's crazy. I can't believe it. It's more just like surreal. Like I just can't believe I'm 30. It's like, whoa, I'm just in such a new big chapter. Bro, all I want to do is rip out my hair. I'm in such a new big chapter. And it's just like, I can't believe that I made it. I made it. Bitch, we made it. But so for my birthday, my boyfriend and I went to Catalina Island. Well, first I had like a game night. Well, it was supposed to be a game night with some friends a couple weeks ago. It was supposed to be very chill at this bar in Burbank where we were going to play board games called Guildhall. But they don't do reservations on the weekends. And so we had to just test our luck, or try our luck. And sure enough, we got there and nerds everywhere, taking up every table. I was like, these fucking nerds have nothing else better to do on a Saturday night. Obviously, neither did I. But I really liked my outfit. I feel like I looked really good. I was ready to play some games. And then I started crashing out a little bit. But I stopped myself because my boyfriend was like trying to help me figure out a plan. And I was just getting mad and whatever. But he was being very nice and calm and patient. And anyway, we ended up pivoting to a tiki bar in the area. And yeah, just had a chill night there. Just drank some like pina coladas and people came through. My brother and his wife got me Stardew Valley, the board game. So I got to play that, of course. My other brother got me some cute socks and a candle and a bunch of random little things. But yeah, it was very nice. And then, so for my actual birthday, we came home on my birthday, but we went 2 days before. We went to Catalina Island, and it was just awesome. It was perfect. It was honestly perfect. We ziplined. Oh my God, I ended my period like 2 days before we left. I cannot thank the gods enough for that. We ziplined, we parasailed, and we went horseback riding. And I love an activity. One activity that I wish we did was the submarine thing. It's like a half submarine, partially submerged, partial submarine. You can stand up and be above the water so you don't freak out. And then also you can go underneath and like see the fish and stuff like that. So I want to do that next time. But it was just awesome. We landed on a Sunday and left on a Tuesday. And 2 cruise ships came in. Cruise ships came in on the Monday and the Tuesday. So crowds came in with that. But it honestly was not too crowded. It was not bad. I imagine on like a Saturday in the middle of the summer with a cruise ship, that place would be terrible. But it was really good. It was not bad. There were some crowds, but it was very manageable. We laid on the beach for a while. My boyfriend hates the beach, but he laid on the beach for me. And I swam in the ocean. It was kind of cold, but I got in, and I'm proud of myself for getting in because I know I would have regretted it if I didn't get in. So that was really nice. I saw a baby shark from the ferry. It was like this big. If you're listening to this, I'm holding my hands about 2 feet apart. It was about that big, and I saw the fin poking out, and I could not believe it. I've never seen a shark before. Never seen a shark in the wild before. So that was pretty cool. That was from the ferry. Luckily, that was not in the ocean, like while I was swimming in the ocean. Yeah, but it was just perfect. Drank tons of pina coladas again. I love a pina. Love a pina colada. Went to this place called Luau Larry's that is on everybody's itinerary. Every itinerary I looked up was like, you have to go to Luau Larry's. And it was pretty easy to spot. And we went there a lot and got tiki drinks and stuff. And the food honestly was okay. The food was honestly okay. It was overpriced and mid for the most part. At like every restaurant we went to. We went to this one called Blue Water Grill that was supposed to be really good. It was okay. I went to the Lobster Trap and got a lobster roll. The lobster roll was pretty good. The fries were awful. The fries were old and cold by the time I got it. And this was like $45. It was crazy expensive. And the bread on the lobster roll was not like brioche or anything. It was just kind of like normal bread. The lobster roll filling was really tasty. So that's what made up for it. But the rest, I was just like, bro, put in some effort, put in some heart into this, especially for these prices. Don't just be like, oh yeah, it's lobster and just like kind of like it's luxury. So no, you need to put your bussy into this. And I got some ice cream and the ice cream was okay. Like, where's the like hand churned fucking, we put our heart and soul into this ice cream and food. The most I got that was at Luau Larry's with my pina coladas. I miss Luau Larry's. Anyway, what else did we do? It's kind of it. We did the activities and then we chilled in between and we ate and we drank and it was awesome. It was an awesome birthday. And my boyfriend is so nice and sweet and perfect and wonderful and cute and handsome. And everybody loves him. Oh, on the YouTube video I was telling you about earlier, the one where everybody hates me, everybody loves him, by the way. Oh my God, Zayd is so hot. Zayd is so hot. Bring back Zayd. Zayd is so funny. Zayd is so cute. Zayd is adorable. Look at him giggling. Zayd is so cute. Zayd is so hot. But it doesn't bother me. Because I know. They're not saying anything I don't know. Zayd is so cute. Zayd is so hot. I'm aware. That's why I saw him on a YouTube video as well and slid in his DMs. And it fucking worked. And now we are madly in love and he takes me to Catalina Island for my birthday. So I win. Ouch, that kind of hurt my neck. Okay, so an update on my TV show that I've been developing. So I pitched it, as you may know, to a bunch of production companies and either was just ghosted or told no by every single one, which was kind of to be expected. But still discouraging and hurtful, just getting all those no's. And sorry, hang on. I love a hangnail. I love biting a hangnail. Either constantly biting my cuticles or messing with my hair or playing with a fidget spinner. Like, or biting my lip until it bleeds. Hang on, let me get this one. Pulling knots out of my hair. Literally, look at this. Can you hear that? Okay, so I pulled a knot out of my hair. Right, okay, so bunch of production companies were just like, no, we're not for us right now, or like, thanks for sending this over, but it doesn't suit our slate, or we love this so much, hit us up again, hit them up again. Oh, don't hit us up, please. this is not for us. I'm like, oh, I could have sworn you said that you loved it. Sorry, I was just thinking about one specifically where they were like, come back to us, please, like message us anytime. And I did. And then they were like, please don't message us. And I was like, oh, okie dokie. But okay, so I was kind of between making it a mini web series, like 30-minute episodes or 10-minute episodes, just like was not sure, or doing a live stage production. I wish this hair would get off me. There we go. Or doing a live stage production, maybe like a one night only thing. But what I kind of landed on yesterday is a mini series, but I don't want it to be like the Brooklyn coffee shop, but I do want it to be something that's kind of plug and play a little bit. So it'll be a couple minutes of improv at the top of the scene. Me and another character in the show. And maybe it should be like a group of like 4 core characters. Maybe we're in a co-working group. Because I was thinking, okay, how do we do this without it being too much like the Brooklyn coffee shop, which honestly I haven't really seen that much of. I need to watch more of it. But I want like a couple minutes of conversation at the top. I have a song already prepared for the day. So all I know is the conversation, it's improvised, but it needs to steer towards a certain thing at a certain point. So, sorry, I'm like thinking about it in real time. But I was thinking like, where would I be where it's not too plug and play? Or like, is it just me and like a rotating cast comes through or what? But maybe it's because I run a co-working group every Monday morning. Maybe it's me and like 4 other people at this co-working group, and our conversation is what leads us to the song. And then I break out into song, and then that's the episode. So it's basically like adding a skit on the top of my songs. But I want them to be recurring characters. I want there to be like a developing storyline with the characters. But okay, if the characters were me, whoever is going to play Tampa, who's like the larger than life bestie, I kind of feel like that should be Allison, my friend Allison. Interesting. Yeah, okay, me, Tampa, maybe my brother in the show and my brother's partner. So me, Tampa, Lavender, Bree, and then one other person. Maybe another guy. It could be like maybe a guy I have a crush on. Or maybe like that could be my funny ass ex. Yeah. And it could be called Co-Workaholics. Probably get sued by workaholics. It could be called The Co-Workers. Because we're co-working. We're co-working. Co-worker. And we're co-working. We're the co-workers. People who work together, but we're also co-working. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, making that a series. That's like my latest That's my latest venture, or my latest thought. I'm going to meet up with someone today actually who works in TV. I think they work in development. Let's see what she works in. Okay, well, my thing's not working. TV department assistant. Okay, I don't know what that means. But she does more. Yeah, she does more than I do in TV. So yeah, I don't know. Because, okay, when I was planning on making it a stage production or thinking about it as a web series, I wasn't getting that excited feeling of like, let's fucking do this. I want to sit down and I want to work on this. I want to brainstorm. I want to figure out how to do this like I did with my dating show or like with my proof of concept from my pilot. Sorry, I keep biting my hangnail. But once I started thinking of the idea this way, then it started to make sense. And I started to get excited. I need to keep figuring it out, but yeah. I'm playing a show tonight for the Hollywood Fringe. I do not feel prepared to do musical stand-up tonight. I mean, I've never done a 10-minute set of it before. I'm pretty scared, actually. I don't know. I just hope that it's funny. And every time I've done it, it's been good, but I've only done it like 3 times. 2 times? 3 times? And it's been good every time. But I'm just nervous. And 10 minutes? Woof! I think that's what my extended cut is going to be today. It's going to be me running through a fake set of that. But I'm very honored to have been asked to do it. And it feels like one of those things where I have to say yes. I can't say no. Like, you got to say yes to opportunities. And even if you don't feel prepared or if you feel scared, you got to just say yes. That's how I feel. So, getting prepared for that tonight. What else am I doing after I'm meeting? What's her name? That's it. After my meeting, I'm coming home. But it's not until 9:45 tonight. Can you believe that? 9:45 is when the show starts. Oh, that's crazy. And then I have to get up at like 5:15 tomorrow morning. So I'm probably going to get home around midnight. And then I got to get up at 5:15. So that's really, in my opinion, very cool and fun. And also cool. My dog is on a diet. Oh yeah, his limp. It was better. I still haven't been able to afford a CT scan. Oh, I fired my social media agents. Speaking of like money, I fired my social media agents that I just signed with. I signed with them 3 months ago and just nothing happened. Not a single deal came through. And I was like, yeah, I don't think that this is working. They said that my stuff is too political. They weren't trying to say that I should be less political because they're like, that's why we love you. But like, just to be honest, that's why we're not getting very many bites. But also I'm like, okay, if I'm too political by saying fuck Trump, and like Black Lives Matter, if that's too crazy, maybe go for brands that also say these things. Don't be going for Maybelline. You know, I would love to work with Maybelline or Sephora or fucking Petco. I don't really want to work with Petco, but these brands that would be cool to work with and cool to get a paycheck from, but they're not going to be rocking with me. They want someone palatable. I am not palatable. As was made apparent in yesterday's YouTube video, I am not a palatable person. I'm divisive. I'm polarizing. I had no idea. People have strong opinions either with me or against me. And that's fine. But that's just not what brands want. Usually. They want someone who everybody loves. And who doesn't say fuck Trump, because we don't want to make Microsoft daddy mad. We don't want to make Daddy Bezos angry. Don't want to upset them. We want their money. So I was about to take a drink from this microphone. I was about to be like, but anyway, so hopefully I find some new agents who align more with what I do and say and can get me some jobs and get me some money. Because I really need to get my dog a CT scan because he's been limping for 7 months now. So that's really good and cool. That's really good and cool. All right. I'm going to switch on over to the extended cut and I'm going to play my set that I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to practice my set. Thank you guys so much for hanging. Heb hangs. Love you. Heb hangs out. Bye. Now that they're gone.